Because the key to being a great quarterback is, yeah, you have to be able to throw the ball, you have to be accurate, you have to have all those biomechanical things that are going to allow you to do that. But you have to have a confidence that you're better than anybody else in the world at what you're doing. That, I think, is kind of what I do best. Is I honestly believe that when a young person is done with me, or as he moves forward, he walks on the field with an air of confidence about himself that it doesn't matter what they do. He knows philosophically the kinds of things they're going to try to do, but he's going to have that belief that he has the answers, that he has the answers to the test before the test happens. And that's what my goal as an instructor is, and as a mentor, and all those different types of things. Because this is not about teaching a guy how to separate and it's not about that. It's about teaching a guy to be a great quarterback. That's what I care about. I care about that young man becoming a great man and a great quarterback. It takes 3,000 reps to create a habit. Like with Graham, he's able to actually go and he'll take whatever we did today. We worked on his hip, on driving his hip, and he'll do 3,000 times. He will feel that. I mean, he had a habit of patting the ball before he threw. He patted, and I said, if you can separate, your release is going to be faster. And he did it. I'm saying for a week, probably 2 hours a night as he was watching TV. He just separated. He separated. And now the thought of patting is hard for him because he created a habit. That's what's exciting for these guys, is that when they understand why they need to do something, the guys that I work with, they take it and they take it to the next level. And that's exciting to watch. And then I can put film of Tom Brady and Drew Brees, and they can see them doing the exact same thing in games in the NFL. I mean, all the games we show are games from this year. That it makes the learning process that much easier, because not that they don't believe me, but to see somebody doing it, you can learn a lot faster. We'll watch quarterbacks from anywhere to see, why are they throwing the ball there? Why are they doing that? Where are their eyes on this particular route combination? So we'll stop a play, we'll diagram it, we'll say, okay, and here's what they're seeing. What are they doing with their eyes? To try to get I want a guy who has worked with me to feel like he can go out and coach, and that he can understand that position at a different level. That's what's so great to me about Brady and Drew Brees. But you have one who's a 6-foot guy who moves around and is mobile and and you have another who is a taller 6'3", 6'4" pocket passer, maybe the most accurate passer in NFL history. When you look at Tom Brady and Drew Brees, and they go and they hire Tom House to work with them mechanically, they're looking for every advantage they can get to be the best. I think those two guys especially, I think they both want to play till they're 45 or 50. They're trying to do something different. We all have different dreams and aspirations. So a young guy, his aspiration might be to start at a Division I school. It might be to be an NFL first-round draft. Who knows what the aspirations are? Those guys, I believe their aspiration is to play well into their 40s, maybe into their 50s, which hasn't happened yet. George Blanda, I think, played at 48 as a kicker. But I think they're looking for every advantage they can get to be the greatest player they can be. And the way it started with Tom and Drew Brees was, Drew had come off of shoulder surgery. Ricky Ray had the same labrum type tear when he was with Toronto, and we sent him to Tom. And he gave him a strengthening type of program and basically retaught him the mechanics of throwing. And that's how it started with Drew, and I think you know, as quarterbacks come in, they hear, well, wow, Tom Brady and Drew Brees are with those guys. Maybe we need, and now they've got, 20, 15 or 20 NFL quarterbacks trying to keep up, because it is a tough business. And when I say business, I'm talking about all the way into high school, because there's a lot of driven youngsters out there. But both of them have the key quality: they win. They understand what it takes to win. They've both gone through ups and downs and things, but they win. And that, to me, is why I kind of separate them. I actually started out coaching basketball, and then evolved into baseball, to where I was a college baseball coach for 8 years. But football has always been my passion. And I coached college football in the U.S. for a little over 25 years. And then I've been in the Canadian Football League for close to 23, 24 years now. I was an assistant coach and offensive coordinator, a quarterback coach, a head coach, a general manager, a senior vice president. I've done a little bit of everything up here in Canada, and I have enjoyed that. But my roots are in teaching. That's what I love to do. The 40 years I have in football and all different types of offensive schemes and things like that, put it together with my baseball knowledge, and can provide maybe a little bit more of a comprehensive look. If I can do some of that and relay that to the people that the young men I get to work with, then add in the football acumen and the things I've gained through the years as an offensive coordinator, as a quarterback coach. I've got a chance to work with some great quarterbacks. Now, to be able to take a young guy who's in college, maybe he's his first year of pros, to take those kind of guys and give them something they haven't had in terms of mechanics, but tying it in with how you read coverages and how offenses are designed, and defensively, philosophically, what are defensive coordinators trying to do? Trying to give a full background, because the key to being a great quarterback is, you have to be able to throw the ball, you have to be accurate, you have to have all those biomechanical things that are going to allow you to do that. But you have to have a confidence that you're better than anybody else in the world at what you're doing. I mean, Joe Burrow, what a great story that is. He goes from not playing at Ohio State to getting into the right situation at LSU. Whatever reason that the offense suits him, he wins a Heisman Trophy. It's all a question of creating environment for yourself that you can become the best you can be. Joe Burrow went from being probably, who knows, maybe a 5th, 6th, 7th round draft pick to being maybe one of the first 2 or 3 players picked. He did that by striving to get different perspectives. So why is this the thing of now? I think that there's a lot of driven people out there, and trying to find that right blend for you, that right blend of knowledge, of motivation, of comfort level in terms of learning. I mean, that to me is why you try these different avenues to be the best you can be. And I know as a parent, all I wanted for my kids growing up was to give them an opportunity to be the best. If that meant they had to go to a private teacher, then that's what we did. Gave them every opportunity to be as good as they could be. And that's what this is all about. I do one thing. I teach guys how to play quarterback, and I teach guys how to be successful. They just say, hey, be here and do what you do. That to me is the perfect vehicle for someone like me. And I've done stuff like this before, but it's never been sustainable until Scoolu, because Scoolu understands that about me. Right when we start, we went right to work. It wasn't talk, we went right to work, and this is what I love doing. And I get a buzz having that guy one-on-one and teaching him to be a great quarterback.